Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's doing well and I hope everyone's doing good. It actually feels so good to finally be able to say that because I have not said that in the longest time, literally. But yes, I'm back. I'm back with another video and I wanted to come on today and kind of do a reintroduction video to lay down some fresh expectations for the kind of content you guys should expect to see on this channel. So I started my YouTube journey about, let's say, 8 years ago. I don't know, I can't remember, about 8 years ago when I decided I wanted to be a singer. Yes, your girl wanted to be a singer. I used to come on YouTube and upload covers. Maybe we shouldn't talk about that, but I soon discovered that maybe, just maybe, that wasn't my primary calling in life. But we moved. But really where my YouTube journey began was around 2014, and that's when I got married. And I remember around the period of my engagement and my courtship, searching online for voices or for people who could show me a representation of what marriage was like and ministry and family from a real authentic perspective. And I just remember at that time there really wasn't that much around. You know, we didn't have the culture that we have today of vulnerability, where people are far more open to sharing their truth and sharing their stories and their experiences. And I think it's so beneficial because it shows me that, hey, if this person went through it and came out the other end, then I can too. And that's really encouraging. I think in Christendom we get so used to just wearing that mask, you know, that everything's okay, and we're not used to really speaking about some of the things that we're going through in depth. But I guess that's where this channel was really birthed from. I thought, hey, why don't I share my journey and my story? As you're growing, it comes with great pleasure and great joy, but in the same breath, it can also come with great pains. So for me, I found it difficult processing certain things, but also being so open and public about it. And so I took a lot of time offline. But when I say these past 5 years have actually been the best learning experiences I could have ever asked for. My biggest area of struggle over these past 5 years was to do with my identity. Because before I was a wife, I was a woman. Before I was a mother, I was a woman. Before I was a minister, I was a woman. And it's taken me time to really go back to the foundations of who I am and understand the uniqueness of my design and how God created me. I think it's so easy to pin your identity in all these areas of function. And the truth is, I lost myself in the pain. I lost myself in the growing process. I couldn't even tell you what I liked, what I didn't like, what made me laugh, what made me angry. What were my hobbies? You know? Also, being a minister's wife, there are so many preconceived ideas that have come along with that role. And for too long, I wore the opinions of so many different people. And, you know, I've determined this year that I am not going to be bound by anybody's opinion anymore, because ultimately they weren't there on the day of creation. So those voices don't get to speak louder than what God has already said about me. Anyway, I started this channel because I wanted to show you guys what it was like being a mother, being married, and maybe answer some of the questions that you guys may have as well. And really have a platform that facilitates open, honest, real conversations, because I found for so long in Christendom we shied away from vulnerability and authenticity. It's like when we're going through things, we all feel like we have to wear the church mask, so nobody really knows what you're dealing with or nobody really knows what you're going through. And it's like, no, you know, you're allowed to love God, but you're also allowed to also feel and be a person. So what to expect on my channel? We are in full-time ministry and full-time business. So sometimes life can get pretty hectic, especially having 3 children, 3 and under. For those of you who've actually followed me before, you would know that I had my son Elijah. I actually got pregnant in my first year of marriage and gave birth to my son, who is going to be 4 at the end of May, so he's 3. And then in the middle was my daughter Yana, and she's actually just such a little diva. She's actually such a princess. I love it. But you guys actually haven't met her yet unless you follow me on Instagram. And then there is Kason, who is the littlest member of the Arayomi clan. So yeah, seeing what life is like with 3 kids, 3 and under. Listen, I act like I got things together, but you gotta faith it till you make it, right? We can talk about this because I do not have it all together all the time. We can help each other out. We can share tips and tricks and ideas. This is what it's about, because I know some of you out there would have some ideas that might just make my life that little bit easier. And then finally, I want this to be a platform for honest conversations where we can get down to the nitty-gritty details of some of the things that we're going through, because I myself, I know that some of the things that I passed through, I was looking for somebody who might have experienced something similar so that I can relate to their story. But it's like, who do I turn to? Who do I speak to when I'm dealing with sexual aversion post childbirth, and how does that affect my marriage and all of these things? And it's like, who speaks about this? Who can I talk to about this? And yes, okay, I can find medical advice and all these kind of things, but whose story can I relate to? Because I know I cannot be the only mother out there or the only wife out there that has dealt with certain things like this. I think also sometimes as ministers' wives, it's like you feel like you can't speak to anybody about anything. No. We're allowed to be real, we're allowed to be honest, and this is what this channel is really about. And so I'm so excited for what's to come, honestly, and I hope you guys are too. So yeah, 2020, it's a new year, we're already into it, but let's do this. I'm so looking forward to journeying with you guys more in the future, so stay tuned, take care of yourselves, and if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Take care, God bless you guys. Actually, before I go, let me just grab the kids. They're playing outside in the garden with their dad, so I thought let me just quickly introduce them to you. Aww. Yay! Say hi, I'm Yana.
This is Daddy.
That's the daddy?
Yeah.
And then what else do you have?
I have Mummy.
Where's the mummy?
There.
Where?
There.
Show us Mummy. Oh, there's Mummy, Mummy elephant. And then what else do you have?
Baby.
Where's the baby?
There.
Oh, so you have a whole family. And this is Kate. Why are you poking his eyes? That's not very nice. And this is, okay, yeah, you sit behind me. Okay. And this is Kason. Yana, leave him. Yana.
Mommy.
And he is, oh. And this is Kason, and he's just 8 months old. How old are you? Say, I'm 3, everybody.
Mommy, I'm
You're Yana Banana. You're Elijah what? Lychee Pygee, isn't it?
She's not a real banana, is she? No.
And this is my husband, Toby O'Reilly.
Hey everyone!
He's so excited.